This has to be one of the most embarrassing school stories, let alone YouTube stories in general. I can't even believe this actually happened to me. But yes, it did. Today's story is a little bit of a crazy one. It's about how my entire class found out about my YouTube channel. Yes, my entire class found out I had a YouTube channel. And this is before I had the amount of YouTube subscribers I do now. I had like 100 at the time. So this was really bad. Alright guys, let's be honest. In life, there are a few things that are always going to happen. No matter your situation, like where you are in life, how old you are, whatever, some things are going to happen. And one thing that's going to happen to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what, it's going to happen to you is embarrassment. Awkward situations and embarrassing moments happen to everyone. Matter of fact, if I really wanted to, I could probably make like 50 videos on this channel just talking about different embarrassing stories that's happened to me. And I'm not even fully done with school. That's how many embarrassing things has happened to me. And I know you guys probably don't want to watch 50 videos of me talking about embarrassing things. But anyway, now this story is pretty embarrassing, and it's one that I didn't want to make for a while because it was pretty embarrassing. So I'm going to tell you the story of how I got my channel leaked to the school. And by the school, I mean my entire math class. So basically, for context, I have two really good friends at the time. This is in 8th grade when this happened. I had two really good friends. Let's call them Max and Sam. Yeah, very generic names, I know. I'm not very creative. But anyway, Max and Sam were one of the only friends that I had who knew about my YouTube channel. All my other friends, I kept it a secret from them because I didn't feel like they really needed to know. They were like one of the few friends that I had that knew about my channel. There were other ones that knew, but they didn't really care as much. But they were one of my few friends who knew about the channel. And I would tell them everything when it came to the channel. I would show them the analytics, show them how the channel is doing, show them the like everything. And they were there for the growth of this channel from 100 subscribers all the way to where it is now, which is almost 2K subscribers, which is crazy to think about, but we are almost at 2K subs. But anyway, continuing the story, in my math class, this is pretty much how it worked. We were sectioned by groups. So there was my group, which was like me and my friends, a few of my friends. Then there were the smart kid group, which is like 5 or so boys that were like really smart. And then there was the athletic, cool, jock type kids in the back of the class. And those are like 3 guys who are like the sports boys, I guess you can describe them as. And then there were one table of the normal girls, I like to call them, and then one table of just like the extra smartsy girls. So basically there was only like 3 girls in the class. In total there was 5 at its max, because as the year went on we got more students. So in total there was like 5 girls and the rest are all guys, which is kind of crazy to think about. We could have a class like that. But yeah, that's my math class for you. And these 3 girls I've known for a pretty while at this point. Like I think honestly I've known like most of them, if not all 3 of them, for 3 years, like all of my middle school years. So them finding out about my channel was no big deal to me. I was like, okay, I don't really care. But the way they found out is when it goes downhill. So I was posting, I don't know if I have all my videos. I think I privated a lot of my videos so you guys can't see. But you can still go back and see some of the videos that are kind of cringy. A lot of my videos back then were cringy. I had like gameplay videos of me playing SpongeBob, and I still have some of like me playing Princess Peach on this channel. So it's pretty cringy, yes, I will admit. I do post some cringy content, and that's one of the charms of this channel, I should say. But I knew as someone from my school found out about this channel, it would end drastically and horribly. So, like any other smart, I guess, YouTuber would do, I kept my channel secret. I didn't tell anyone about my channel. I only told my few friends about my channel, and I tried to keep it on the low. And one thing I want to mention about these girls before we continue on is that my friend Max liked one of the girls out of the 3. and he would always try to find a way, clever, sly way to talk to her. So one day he thought it would be really funny to start a conversation with her by throwing me under the bus. Yes. We were like, the way we normally sit is like our group would sit along the back wall, like that side wall, and then her group would be right in front of us. And we would normally talk with each other, talk about math homework, talk about classes, talk about pretty much anything. But that's when the bad part came in, because like I said, we would talk about literally anything. And one of those anythings became me. My friend Max randomly decided, yo, did you guys know that our boy right here, he has a YouTube channel? And I was like, what? And I want to mind you, this was before the big summer is what I'm calling it, the big summer, when I gained like almost 2,000 subscribers. So at the time, I only had like 100 subscribers. And my friend Sam was like, yeah, he's a content creator. He's really good. He's really funny too. You guys should check him out. So he was trying to like play it off, I guess, and like keep it going. I don't know. And then the girls were like, oh, you didn't tell me that. I didn't know that. And they were all looking at me, and I was just like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. And I want to mind you, these girls talk loud, so all the other kids in the class are starting to like gain interest in our conversation and start looking over at me. And they're looking over, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, how can I get out of this situation? So, of course, I did the only thing a smart, nice, really amazing friend would do is throw your other friend under the bus. And I was like, yeah, well, Max also has a YouTube channel. And they were like, no way, he does? That's so cool. And I was like, yeah, you should check it out sometimes too. And not wanting to be outdone, of course, my friend says, oh, here you guys, look at this. And he had an iPad, so he can like pull stuff up, I guess. And he pulls up my YouTube channel. Yeah. He pulls up my YouTube channel on his iPad, and he's showing it to them. And then one of the girls decides to look up my YouTube channel on her laptop. Yeah, and then they start playing some of my old videos. Yeah. And I want to remind you, I used to post like SpongeBob gameplay on the channel. So the videos they were clicking on weren't the best. It was very cringy and it was very painful. And I was just sitting there and it was really bad. It got to the point where I like got up, ran over to my teacher, and I instantly was like, can I go to the bathroom? And he was like, yeah, sure. He was like, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And he was like, you don't seem that well. Are you sure everything's okay? And I was like, yes, I'm okay. So can I go to the bathroom? I just want to make sure that I can go to the bathroom before I just walk out the class, and I want to make sure that I can go to the bathroom. I don't know why I was talking so fast. I think it was because like I was nervous and like eager to get out of the class. And he was like, sure. So I ran over to the door, grabbed one of those hall passes, and booked it out of there. I was like Usain Bolt, Tyreek Hill, all of them. I was out of that class. I show speed couldn't compare to me. That's how fast I was running. And I ran to the bathroom, pulled up my phone, and started privating all my videos. Literally almost every single video was privated at this point. I went through and I privated so many of my cringy videos. That way, hopefully she couldn't pull up any of the really bad videos. But yeah, it was really bad. And you know how they say like all marketing is good marketing and stuff like that? That's not true. Because when I came back, because eventually you have to come back to the class. You can't just hide out in the bathroom the whole day. Because I left my books and my stuff in my class. So I finally came back to class, and the whole class saw what was going on. And they knew about my channel. And everyone was talking to me about my channel. Some of the kids are like, "Whoa, that's so cool! You got a YouTube channel? That's so cool! What's your name so I can subscribe to you?" And then other kids are like, "Ew, you do gaming content? That's so cringe. That's weird. Why are you doing YouTube?" And then it was like a mix of back and forth of all that. So I was grabbing my books, and I timed it perfectly. As soon as I grabbed my stuff, wrapped it up, the bell rang, and I ran out of there. And I hid for pretty much the rest of the day. I had some classes with the other kids who have already previously heard about it from my math class, but I try to stay as incognito, hidden, undercover as possible. And yes, I will admit, some of this was a bit of an exaggeration. Like, the entire class didn't come up to me and talk to me about my channel, but it was a good amount of people talking to me about it. So yes, some of it was a bit exaggerated, but overall, it's all true. But yeah, that was the story of how I got my channel leaked to my entire class. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. That's gonna wrap up today's video. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe button. And if you guys want to hear some more embarrassing stories just like this one, let me know in the comments down below, because I have a lot of them. But that's gonna wrap it up, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Later. And yes, for all of you guys watching the gameplay footage in the background and were wondering, I did complete this mountain. So yeah, bye.
Da do